Have there been any bright spots in dairy sales for products outside of those top three major products?
Yes, over the last couple of years, we've been seeing a real change that's occurring in the marketplace. And one kind of exciting trend that has occurred over the last year or so would be in cottage cheese. And if we think about cottage cheese in the past, it was a product that tended to skew towards older households. Baby boomers, for example, were very, very strong buyers of that product, but certainly not so much in terms of the younger generations. And over the last year, we've seen kind of a viral sensation that's occurring on social media. There's so many different TikTok recipes that are available right now that's really are bringing in those younger consumers. And so, for example, as we think about the percentage of households that buy these products, it's over 50% for baby boomers. But for someone like Generation Z or millennials, so people under the age of 40, basically it's about 35% or so. But over the last year, we've brought in 3 million more households to the cottage cheese market. And volume sales have grown in 2023 by about 13% over the last 52 weeks, I should say. And so very, very strong increases. And I think what's exciting is that we're seeing lifts or sales gains across various different demographic groups. So certainly something that's kind of changing the course of that product. And I think it's also tying into the protein trend. Consumers are looking for more protein. Certainly they receive that through milk. They also are looking to Greek yogurt for that product, but now they're also gravitating to cottage cheese. So that's one example. A second one that I would say is another maybe smaller product, whipping cream. We've seen over the last couple of years or so, even actually throughout COVID, that consumers are kind of bringing the coffee habit a little bit more into their own house. They're getting a little bit more adventurous with how they're making products. Whipping cream has kind of come along with that trend, as well as perhaps on the indulgent front as well. And we've been seeing some very, very nice gains in terms of sales. Over the last 52 weeks, we see a 10% lift in overall sales of whipping cream. So those would be two examples of products that maybe in the past we have not seen as large of growth.
A third one that probably doesn't get commented on nearly as much, but is basically an example of growth through using more of the milk that's produced. Not too many decades ago, the waste stream from cheesemaking was considered a waste product, spread on fields, disposed of in municipal wastewater management systems. But over time, we've discovered that that the waste stream is a source of very, very valuable ingredients, both domestic use as well as export use, particularly on the protein side. So we no longer look at those as a waste product. I mean, we've developed a whole panoply of products from dry whey to whey protein concentrate to whey protein isolate to a number of things that are used particularly in various food formulations to take advantage of that growing consumers' desire for protein that Madlyn referenced. So we're using, more of what dairy farmers are producing rather than just focusing on part of that. And that's been part of the growth we've seen over the last several decades as well.